Hello and welcome to the Atheist Nerd. Today we'll be unboxing a set of the Wonder Woman Gravity Feed from Heroclix. But you already know that because you read the title of the video and decided to click. So now you get to watch some loser sit on his table and open toys. Well, strategy toys. Toys for adults. Not that kind of toy for adults. And so we shall be opening the box. Hopefully this is the right box. This was not my only package that I received, as evidenced by the fact that I still left that stupid Iron Maiden LP over there. So, well, if this is the right box, you guys will know it. I will know if it's the right box. You guys won't, simply because I will just cut this out and replace it with the correct box footage. This is actually a pain in the ass to open one-handed. I'm thinking we're gonna have to jump cut. And we're back. And it was the correct box, you can tell, because my copy of The Breakfast Club is sitting over there, which was also shipped to me in this box. Something interesting I noticed before, like as soon as I pulled it out of the box, was this has the new DC logo. I don't think the Batman v Superman Gravity Feed had it. I do think that Joker's Wild had it, which means that this is the first DC Gravity Feed with the new DC logo. So there's a little bit of pointless information for you. And I also wanted to check the serial number because I heard that if it ends with a 6, it is the normal, the hobby shop one. If it ends with a 3, it is the mass market one. I don't remember, the store wasn't sure which one it was, but it came from a hobby shop, so, you know, hopefully it'll be the mass market one. If not, we're going to be seeing a lot of the same 12 figures. And it is a 6, so I'm thinking it's going to be the standard one, which is unfortunate because I actually really like the Wonder Woman chase from the mass market, which you guys wouldn't know about unless you looked it up, which if you're watching this video, chances are you probably know about it because you're just as big a loser as me. So, there are two ways we can go about this. I can either dump it all out, or I can just continue with this. And I think I'm going to continue with this because I do not want to make a big mess on my table. Now, in case you wanted to see the packaging for whatever reason, it's the same as the box, with the exception of it says limited edition on it. See, right there, if my hands would stop shaking. Yeah, I'm sure you can read it. So I want to say there are 12 figures in the series, and I'm sure it doesn't say that anywhere on the box. I want to say there are 12 figures that went to the hobby shops, and then there are 4 mass market figures. And our first figure is Raven. Okay, so since I don't actually remember which one it was that had the correct information, I do know that the 80-point Raven was the exclusive. So, let's see. Point value 40. There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a box of the standard hobby shop case. Presumably, we might pull something different here shortly. Let me get the figure out. And there she is in all her glory. And let's get her out of the plastic. Ta-da! It is really quite a great sculpt. My main complaint, and this doesn't just apply to her, but it also applies to Starfire, is the fact that we get Starfire and Raven in a Wonder Woman set, and we have almost no Wonder Woman villains in the set. There's no Ares, there's no God, I'm sure I can think of more. There is a Cheetah, but the main reason this seems redundant is the fact that we're getting Harley Quinn the Gotham Girls in what, on the November 15th, so in basically a month we're getting a DC female centric set, and yet they decided to include Raven and Starfire in this set. I get that they're Titans and therefore don't really fit with the teams that they announced were going to be focused in the Harley Quinn set, but it still seems like a missed opportunity, particularly since this is just one of those small gravity feed ones. Seems like this is doubly true when you think about the fact that Ares is the villain of Wonder Woman, and this set came out to capitalize on Wonder Woman, even if it wasn't a movie set. So, redundancy for the win. Anyways, moving on. Our next one is Cheetah, speak of the devil, since we were just talking about her. I believe that this one is the uncommon one. Once I go through and open every figure, then I'll start to discuss which ones I like and don't like and such, and if only the camera would focus. In case anyone was wondering, my camera tripod was actually broken, which is why I'm filming this by hand until I get a new one. But there she is. There she is. I don't remember the rest of that song, but you know what I mean. The one from America's the America pageant thing shit that they always play. The stupid one. And there's that. Not that you need to see those until you actually know what they are in context. But there you go. 2 down, 22 to go. And next one. Interestingly enough, I also heard that there were problems with distribution with this set in terms of going to the mass market stores. Which, if you don't know what the mass market is, essentially just Target at this point. I'm really not sure if they sell them to any other mass market stores at all. But I do know that they sell them to Target. Unfortunately, my local Target had none. So I am left ordering online and hoping that I get the box. Also, same Cheetah, just in case you're wondering. I will, however, point out that because they had the shipping issues, that a lot of hobby shops got the mass market sets, which is why I was hoping that this could be. And since they all got the mass market sets, that means that we might not get any more mass market figure exclusives, which would be nice for collectors. Although I feel like that wouldn't expand the player base very much, because then you'd be limiting your market. Whereas when we were getting, when there's mass market gravity feeds, you're much more likely to get new people into the game. Well, so if there's no more mass markets, we don't get that choice anymore, which means that we're stuck with our same shitty friends playing the same game. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It would just be nice if more people could get into it, which was the benefit of the gravity feeds being in mass market stores. And if they can't get a new distributor, or they can't get more mass market stores, or they're actually having problems with Target, we might not see that anymore. Anyways, our next figure is Etta Candy, who, if I remember correctly, is a shitty figure when I looked online. If it can focus. Yeah, not great. In that same instance, she's 20 points, so I'm sure that she has some kind of benefit. But, yeah. She's from the new Rebirth stuff, if I remember correctly. God, I wish I could remember her character. Oh, that's my fault. Moral of the story is, next time, I should research things first, rather than just assuming I know every figure in the set. Which, to be fair, I do know what all the figures are in the set. I just don't know which ones are which. Next is, ooh, Queen Hippolyta. I feel like I mispronounced that, and someone's going to get after me in the comments for it. Oh. Ooh, doubles. I always love it when there's 2 different costs that you can play in that. Except for in figures where it sucks. Then I just get pissy that they made the line somewhere else and they made it expensive. general mature adult things that adults do. Because that is the essence of Heroclix. A bunch of adults doing very adult things. Totally not acting like immature children every time they lose. No siree. I'm actually really liking the sculpt on this one. Maybe it's just because she has the axe, which means, ooh, the mighty Thor, the blood axe, the weapon. That would be awesome to pair with her. But probably not going to happen until I can figure out a way to do that effectively. But, I mean, look, her sculpt is practically made for it. She has an axe. And that, of course, means that every character with an axe must use an axe-based weapon. Time for our next figure. Yay. Actually, I'm really excited to see if we can get Chase out of the box. Because with my luck, we probably won't, but it'd be nice. And next up is Steve Trevor. Ooh, Steve Trevor. I want to say that he was one of the mass market exclusives. Oh wait, no, it's the number 10 Steve Trevor. Still, not a bad figure. Definitely could be worse. He actually would probably go great in like a House on the Haunted Hill or a D&D civilian type of game if you wanted to have normal figures, which is really helpful. So I don't think that there's too many normal figures, but then we've already pulled 2 that would probably qualify. But there's not very many plainclothes types of people. There's, let's see, there's the NYPD from Superior Foes of Spider-Man. There's, I guess Mr. Hyde kind of has a suit from the same set. There was the Superman Wonder Woman characters like the Legionnaires, like Lana Lang and Jimmy Olsen, but there aren't very many people who are in normal outfits. And by normal, I mean, obviously he's in a military uniform. Not exactly the most normal, but compared to that, seems pretty tame. Anyways, next figure. I will say this, it was very nice getting a Wonder Woman set, even if it wasn't a movie set. Just because, at least it seems like for the past few years, we've been getting way more Marvel sets than we have DC sets. At least, in my experience. Because if you think about it, we have had, what, probably, this was the first DC set this year. Well, no, there's Elseworlds. So there was 2 DC sets this year, and a third on the way. Compare that to Marvel, where we had, let's see, Ultimate X-Men, I think, was this year. Or, not Ultimate, Uncanny X-Men was, I think, this year. If not, I apologize. But, just barring that, we already had a Thor Ragnarok set. We got the What If set. God, I should have looked this up beforehand, because I'm sure that there was more Marvel sets than DC sets this year. Let's see, we started the year with the TMNT 3 set. I'm almost certain that we had the Marvels. I'm almost certain that Uncanny X-Men came out this year. I'll look it up later and I'll correct myself in the description. And oh my god, what happened to her sword? Look at that. Oh god, I've seen some figures get messed up in packaging, but that's pretty bad. Think maybe she sat on a hot shelf for too long? God. Oh. I actually already had this figure, and the other one had a normal sword. I've never seen, I mean, I've seen things come bent before, but I've never seen it get bent that bad. I can't even fix it. Like, look. It's not even attempting to stay. Oh, God. Oh, that was pretty bad. It's actually a really good figure for a JLA team. If you want to see your stats. If the camera would focus. There we go. Shaky cam. Shaky, shaky. Great. Now I'm switching hands real briefly because this camera was not made to be held. And this is why I had a stand for it until it broke. Sue me. I'm getting disturbingly good at doing that. Oh well. Next up, the plain Amazon figure. The generic. Yay. Gotta love generics. Actually, the new Valkyrie, I guess she's not new anymore, but the Valkyrie generic from the Mighty Thor is actually pretty awesome when you put her on Asgardian team. Let's see what kind of stats we're looking at. Focus. Come on. There we go. I don't know. That's pretty terrible. Either way. Considering that they basically just copy pasted it, with the exception of if you do the 30, you get the second damage. The second level has the high damage. But, oh. I've noticed that a lot of these figures, in the set at least, are very low cost, low damage figures. Definitely the type of figures that you could build a big team with, but not necessarily a high damage team with. Which just really isn't my thing. I'm sure somebody else would enjoy it though. It's just not for me. I prefer to be doing mass amounts of damage, and god damn it, I think this is the same cheat as before. Ooh, no, those are the 7 ones. Those are number 7. This is number 4. Load. Come on. Focus. Number 4. So it's a different cheetah. Cool. We'll have to compare. It'll obviously be the same figure. Looks like they're both common too. Very disappointing so far. Let's see what she looks like. 50 points. Oh, that's not bad. That's a lot of Blaze Claw's fangs, though. You know, I really can't complain too much. Blaze Claw's fangs, super senses. What's her special ability? That's what I'm wondering about. Cheetah can use charge, and she can ignore. I want to say that's hindering terrain. Yeah, it's hindering terrain. When she is outdoors, she can use stealth. Not bad. I think that the other one had that too, and I just ignored it though. Let's see. Nope, this one can use leap, climb, and charge. Just slightly different. Oh. And she gets exploit weakness, but only with Amazonians. That actually kind of works. For characters weird as Cheetah. Never really got the appeal behind that. Well, maybe it's the same appeal behind furries. Just latent bestiality. Please don't get mad if you're a furry. That was just a joke. Just have to clarify that. Starfire. The other Titan that makes no sense to have in the set. Let's see. Ooh, very bland stats. Well, I guess she's not bad. She's not perfect, but for 75 points, I could see myself playing her on a Titans team. Let's see. If another friendly character heals this turn with the Titans team ability, modify Starfire's attack value by +1 this turn. Oh, see, she actually could probably be pretty good. I'm just still kind of jaded that she's in a Wonder Woman set rather than in the DC girl-centric set that's coming up next. Like, either they weren't really that far ahead when... Well, no, they had to have at least some kind of planning when they were doing this set alongside Harley Quinn. I mean, they're not that far apart, so you'd think that they had some kind of foresight. I don't know. Oh well. In other news, this one came broken. Not the figure itself, but the packaging. Because that's important. Actually, it kind of is. I like saving those so that then I don't get dust on the figures. I need to build a case for mine, but until then, oh well. At the very least, the sculpt looks nice. Kind of reminds me of when she was on the Teen Titans show. Just because it covers a lot more skin than usual. Which seems odd, because you don't really think child-friendly when you think Heroclix, just because it's complicated. Pretty sure that they recommend it for, it's either 14 or 17 plus. It's 14, there you go. 14 plus, not exactly a little kid's game. But I understand that there are some parents who give their kids basically anything that kids see in the store, and this is seen in a lot of stores. It's it, she has her skin thing, but I mean, come on, look at that. Like, not to be crude, but she's very clearly unclothed in the chest region. Oh well. I guess having Starfire with what would essentially just be strings around what the comic code doesn't allow wouldn't exactly be all that appropriate either. And we have a second Starfire. It was nice to have a Starfire figure because I don't remember if she was in the Teen Titans set from a few years back. I don't think she was, which means that this would be one of the first, if not the first, Starfire. Please comment section, correct me that I am wrong, because I'm sure I am. In some form or another, I'm sure I'll say something wrong in this video. Because that's what happens on the internet. People say things wrong, and I drop the card. Let's see. God damn it, a third Starfire. A third. Oh, I just noticed she has the Titans TA, which makes sense, but is a pleasant surprise nonetheless. And no, that was not plastic hitting the ground. That was magic. Let's see here. What do we have next? Ooh, the Flash, finally. Actually, I already had this figure. A friend gave it to me. Or gave me a booster, rather, and it had the Flash in it. If I could get to focus. But I actually really like this Flash. Oh wait, this is a different Flash. This is a Titans Flash. Oh, I did not know that they had a... I guess I didn't really... Okay, to be fair, I will also complain about the Flash being in the Wonder Woman set. Oh, yes. This version. I get that they want to recycle sculpts, but the other version at least had the JLA/PD abilities, which means that it was at least compatible with holy high defense. Not bad. Not bad at all, Flash. You done good, kid. But no, at least with the other Flash, it had the JLA at Justice League team ability, which meant that it was compatible with Wonder Woman over there. Or at least would have worked well with on a team with her from what I've looked at them. Let's see here. Next figure. And there's another Amazon. I think we've actually pulled every single one that we can. I think we pulled all the ones available in this set, with the exception of any of the chases. Let's see. We've got Raven, Hippolyta, Steve Trevor, Wonder Woman, that's 4, 5. Here, we'll just sort it out by card here in a minute. And so we can just go by number. 1, 2. We don't have a 3. I do not think we have a 3. That is a good thing though, because that means that I believe 3 is, no, 3 is Hippolyta. I believe 4 is Cheetah. That cheetah. That one's 4. 5 is the lower Flash. 6 is the standard Amazonians that we got right there. 7 is the other cheetah over there. 8 is, I'm not seeing an 8, but you know, I think that 8 is Flash. Just in case you're wondering, we still do have packs. I'm just trying to get organized. 9 is Raven. And then there are 4 of the base sets, so you know, we're missing 1 figure from the standard sets. I believe that one's the Chase. No, because we're missing another Flash. Which means I miscounted at some point, and she might be a mass market exclusive, which means that we might have these. I just lost a card. Oh, there it is. It's another Etta Candy. Yay. Oh, almost dropped her. Ta-da! Not that you care, we already looked at her. You know, I'm going to jump cut and I'm going to check and see if there was a version of her in the mass or in the standard ones, because I know that there was a version of her that was mass market. I don't remember if there's a version of her that was available to all of us. So jump cut. And we're back, and I did check, and unfortunately, first of all, there is no Chase in the standard. There's only the Wonder Woman from the mass market exclusive, which makes me just a little bit sad. As for her, she is the rare from the normal box set, which means that no, there is no proof that this is a mass market box yet, which I don't think it is, but it was worth checking. I also checked on which Marvel sets there were, and just this year there has been Deadpool and the X-Force, there has been Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 movie set, there has been What If, and there's been Thor Ragnarok. So there you go, there's 4 sets so far. Plus there will probably be one this winter to go alongside Harley Quinn. In terms of DC sets this year, there is this one, and there is Elseworlds, which came like a month after What If. Which means, and then there's Harley Quinn coming out later this year. So, we have 4 versus 3. And when you consider DC sets against everything else, you also add in Shredder's Return, the stupid TMNT set, which means that there is probably 30% of the sets. I think it's 30. Let's see. 3 out of 8. That's. I'm very slow with math. 37.5%. So 37% of the sets are DC, 50% are Marvel, and 12.5% go under other, which aren't the worst numbers, I guess. I prefer DC, and there have been a lot of Marvel sets lately, because there was, I can't even think of if we ever had a DC storyline type of game. I don't think we have, but we did have a Civil War last year, and we had Uncanny X-Men last year, which I was wrong about. Oh, I will give credit where credit is due. We had Joker's Wild last year, and I actually really like that set, even though I know most people didn't. In fact, there may be a casing unboxing soon, which would be split into 2 videos, because I'm not going to, quite frankly, I feel like the video would be too long if I opened an entire 2 bricks of Joker's Wild. I make no promises, but I hint at it. As for our next figure, we pulled a Queen Hippolyta again. How many figures are left? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I feel 8 figures, which would make sense. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 plus 8 is in fact 24. So, we have 8 figures left. Hooray! And I think we might finally have completed the standard set, and we did. It's the new It's the other Flash, the one that we were missing. See right there, that beautiful, beautiful 8. Proof. And PD and JLA, just like I said. I told you. Call me many things, but do not call me a liar. And I dropped. That was very stupid. Ta-da! You've already seen the figure. God, the contrast on this camera is terrible. I just noticed that he is not pink. I promise you, he is not pink. I think it's the lighting or the fact that we're staring at a table and that box. Whatever it is, all the reds look really, really washed out. So I apologize for that. Hopefully next time I'll actually have a camera stand. And we pulled the other Flash. Ta-da! It is the other Flash. I can almost guarantee that I will have a camera stand next time, or I will lose my shit because opening everything with one hand blows. Oh well. I am very happy that we have a full set here, although it seems like we have quite a bit of doubles. Let's see. Who else do we have doubles up here? Well, we have the 3 Starfires that we pulled almost simultaneously. We have like 3 cheetahs that are all the same. Well, no, we have 2 cheetahs, looks like. Maybe a 3rd. Nope, there's 3. 2 of them are the same. Well, I'm definitely gonna have to organize these to see which ones are. And speaking of cheetah, yay, another cheetah! Actually, for as much as I don't care for the character, I actually really, really, really enjoyed this figure. There's just something about it that just fits. Every now and then you see figures that just look awesome and you can't tell why. She does not qualify because she has a big ass axe. That is awesome enough for anybody. I seriously want to play her just because she has the axe. And that means I get to use the blood axe. Which I've yet to find a character I could easily use it with. I've considered using it with the new Thor for the Thor Ragnarok set. It's actually not a bad idea. Ooh. Maybe in another unboxing video. As for our next figure, another Steve Trevor. Yay! That everyone wants. Because when you take your kid to see Wonder Woman, that's what they want to see. They want to see Chris Pine taking a backseat to the real star of the show. Which is how it should be. I understand that Steve Trevor is an important part of Wonder Woman's backstory, but I honestly could have done without Chris Pine in the movie. Not that I dislike Chris Pine, but I see Wonder Woman to see Wonder Woman. I want to watch a Wonder Woman movie. And the first Wonder Woman movie should not co-star Chris Pine. It should be Wonder Woman. You'd think that'd be self-explanatory. And she has the same deformity in the sword, which makes me think that UPS put this in too hot of a location. Because that is 2 figures now with the loose weapons that they look completely silly. And, oh look. I'm not sure how well it'll come on the camera, but I just noticed this Amazonian figure also has a warp weapon. Yay. That really shouldn't bug me as much as it does, given how thin the plastic is, but it really, really, really does. And I've never bought a set with as many warps and defects in the thin plastic as this one. With the exception of the mighty Thor brick that I got, which, admittedly, both Valkyries I pulled out of it were warped. And by that I mean the generic Valkyries. The ones that are in the brown outfit, have red hair, and, you know, have the pokey sticks, the spears. And we pulled another Raven. Honestly, I'm not complaining. I actually really like the Raven outfit for this set. I personally would prefer a white outfit, but I am almost certain that we had a white outfit in the Teen Titans set. So I can't complain too much. I just need to get more of that set. Ooh, future unboxing ideas. An old set from way too long ago. Well, I guess it wasn't that long ago. It was what? 2008, 2009, something like that. Well, no, it was after Nika bought it. Or the NECA, or however they pronounce their names. Oh well. Feel free to Google and correct me in the comments, because that is what people love to do. And do best on YouTube. As for our next figure, our fourth Flash. At least two of them were the one I prefer. And there's all by his lonesome over there, the Titans one. Actually, I think for what's the... One second, I might have just come on to something. Okay, we have 3 of the Teen Titans cards, right? Nothing weird about that. Except, we have 2 of the Titans figures. Those 2 to be specific. Those 2 are with their correct cards. And that one's card was that one. Which means, I think they sent me the wrong figure over here. How did I miss that? I did miss that. They sent me... They boxed up the wrong figure with the wrong... That's awesome. So now I guess I have 3 of these, because there's one that I had off camera, which you have never seen, but I did in fact get. And... okay then. That actually creates a problem, because now I don't know what to do with this one. Maybe I'll send an angry letter to WizKids saying that they screwed me over and sent me the wrong figure. Or maybe I won't, because it's a dollar figure. And all it has is the wrong card. It's not the end of the world. But it is funny. And we don't have any other flashes here that they could have gotten mixed up with. You can see all 4 of the flashes right there. No other flashes. So I do not know what happened there. And we are on our final pack. You ready for this? I'm gonna laugh if this is the Flash with the correct card and not the correct figure. No. Oh yes! Yes! It's a Chase! Or I guess no one's a Chase. It's the Donna Troy Chase. I thought that she was mass market exclusive, but evidently not. Yes! I actually really love this Donna Troy. Just for the figure. Just look at that figure. It looks awesome. I cannot believe that we pulled a Donna Troy. Yes! I'm getting way too excited over this figure, but I did not think that we were going to pull this. And I stand corrected earlier in the video when I said that there were no chases in this set, because that is definitely orange. That is most definitely an orange, which means it's most definitely a chase. It cannot be a super rare, because I've already checked the set and I know that there were no super rares. I thought that there was just... I forgot about her. I just remembered the other Wonder Woman chase. Yes. She's actually not that great a figure. But she looks cool. And I've never pulled a chase when I bought a full set. The only time I can think of that I pulled a chase was when I bought a box. I want to say it was a box of Teen Titans a few years back. And I pulled... God, I can't remember now. It's somewhere in there. I bought other chases since then, so I kind of forgot. Oh well. That is awesome. That is really, really, really awesome. That is the perfect figure to end the video on. Although, since I was last in the box, that makes me wonder... We might have to test that with more boxes. Just start buying gravity feed boxes opening up at the top and opening the first few figures we can find and seeing if that's where all the chases end up. I don't think that is. That wouldn't make very much sense. But that's awesome. Perfect way to end this video. Alright. This has been the Atheist Nerd. And hope you enjoyed the video. I definitely might make a follow-up video talking about each of the figures more in depth. But as it stands, I'm pretty sure this has gone on for about 30 minutes, bare minimum. So we're going to end it here. Anyways, this has been the Atheist Nerd, signing off. Have a good one, guys.